The Senate will come to order. I ask everyone present to please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the absence of clergy, I will give us a prayer. Lord, continue to bless us. Continue to bless the members departing us. May their travels be safe and their paths be lit. May the tenacity that they've had in this chamber continue to follow them throughout the rest of their professional endeavors and personal. May we all be blessed, regardless of who we worship, when we worship, or how we worship. After we leave this chamber, in this building, may we be blessed with traveling mercies to return to the places and the people that we love in our hometowns, districts, offices, and most importantly, our families. In the name of Jesus, in the name of whoever we pray to, amen. Reading of the journal.
In Senate, Thursday, June 2nd, 2022, the Senate met pursuant to adjournment. The journal of Wednesday, June 1st, 2022 was read and approved. On motion, the Senate adjourned.
Without objection, the journal stands approved as read. Presentation of petitions. Messages from the Assembly. Messages from the Governor. Reports of standing committees. Reports of select committees. Communications and reports from state officers. Motions and resolutions. Senator Gianaris.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt the resolution calendar.
All those in favor of adopting the resolution calendar, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The resolution calendar is adopted.
Mr. President, I believe there are several privileged resolutions at the desk. Can we take them up in order and read their titles?
There are several privileged resolutions at the desk. The Secretary will read.
Senate Resolution 2857 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for services and expenses.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Dabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Aye, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2858 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for certain appropriations for the 2023-22-23 state fiscal year for the Division of Criminal Justice Services and the Office for the Prevention of Domestic Violence.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Aye, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2859 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for additional grants and aid to certain not-for-profit arts and cultural organizations.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Aye, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2860 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for additional grants and aid to certain environmental conservation initiatives.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Aye, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2861 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for grants and aid to certain agricultural organizations.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2862 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year, services and expenses of Senate priorities for housing initiatives.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2863 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for services and expenses or reimbursement of expenses incurred by local government agencies.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes, 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2864 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for services and expenses of economic development and community services organizations.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stuart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2865 by Senator Stuart Cousins, amending Senate Resolution 1248 of 2021, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for the New York State Economic Development Assistance Program.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2866 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for services and expenses of human services and veterans community services organizations.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2867 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-2023 state fiscal year for services and expenses or reimbursement of expenses incurred by local government agencies.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2868 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for services and expenses of human services and veterans community services organizations.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2869 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for additional grants and aid to certain school districts, public libraries, and not-for-profit institutions.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2870 by Senator Stuart Cousins, establishing a plan setting forth an itemized list of grantees for a certain appropriation for the 2022-23 state fiscal year for purposes of providing additional funding for school districts which have experienced a significant financial hardship.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted.
Senate Resolution 2871 by Senator Stuart Cousins, concurrent resolution of the Senate and Assembly proposing to establish the Joint Legislative Task Force on Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Tolerance and providing for such task force powers and duties.
The question is on the resolution. Secretary will call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The resolution is adopted. Senator Giannaris.
Can we now please take up the calendar?
Secretary Reed.
Calendar number 1056, Senate Print 6551D by Senator Gallivan, enactment of the highway law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1281, Senate Print 8927A by Senator Brooks, enactment of the highway law.
Read the last section.
Section 3, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 1281, voted in negative, Senator Brisport. Ayes 62, nays 1.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1573, Senate Print 8743B by Senator O'Mara, an act authorizing the city of Elmira, county of Chemung, to alienate certain parklands.
There was a home rule message at the desk. Read the last section.
Section 5, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 1573, voted in the negative, Senator Skoufis. Ayes 62, nays 1.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1595, Senate Print 9145A by Senator White, an act in relation to authorizing the town of Brookhaven, county of Suffolk, assessor to accept an application for a real property tax exemption.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 1595, voted in the negative are Senators Akshar and O'Mara. Ayes 61, nays 2.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1886, Senate Print 9470 by Senator Cooney, an act to amend the Real Property Actions and Proceedings Law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1901, Senate Print 8449B by Senator Sanders, an act establishing the commission to determine what benefits a public bank or network of public banks owned by the state of New York can provide.
Read the last section.
Section 5, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Giannaris Kruger, or Stuart Cousins White.
Lanza.
Orlando,
Morello. Jordan. Stack. Rash. Boyle. I have more. Yeah, Bruceport on there, right?
Yeah.
Akshar.
Yep.
We got Boyle, Galvin, Griffo, Helming, Racker. You got Ort, Palumbo, Ritchie, Sereno, Steck, and White.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Announce the results.
In relation to count in 1901, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Akshar, Borrello, Boyle, Brisport, Gallivan, Griffo, Helming, Jordan, Lanza, Matera, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Palumbo, Rath, Ritchie, Sereno, Steck, and White. Ayes 44, nays 19.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1908, Senate Print 9059A by Senator Reichlin Melnick, enactment of the tax law.
There is a home rule message at the desk. Read the last section.
Section 2, this action will take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results. Those members voting in the negative, please indicate accordingly. Once again, please. Announce the results.
In relation to count in 1908, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Akshar, Brooks, Comrie, Felder, Gallivan, Gorin, Griffo, Helming, Hinchy, Jordan, Kaplan, Kennedy, Lanza, Mannion, Matera, Oberacker, O'Mara, Palumbo, Rath, Ritchie, Sereno, Skoufis, and White. Ayes 40, also Senator Ort. Ayes 39, nays 24.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1919, Senate Print 9469 by Senator Hinchy, enactment of the Public Service Law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this action take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Senator Hinchy to
Thank you, Mr. President. Last summer, I was alerted to a phenomenon happening not just in my district, but across the state, but specifically to people across Ulster County. And that was the fact that people were being billed by their utility companies actual meter readings. They owed about $120. And the next month, they would receive an estimated meter reading, and they would owe about $2,000. Those numbers would fluctuate, but the discrepancies and the extreme discrepancies were not changing. People who had auto pay had their accounts overdrafted. We were seeing lives ruined, people in financial despair, all because our utility provider, the one that is meant to keep people safe by providing heat in the winter, which we had a very cold winter, providing air conditioning and electricity throughout the summer, we were seeing their lives ruined because astronomical bills that they did not owe were coming to the forefront. This bill seeks to ban estimated billing, making sure that people are only paying what they owe when it comes to their utility bills. I'm incredibly proud of this bill. I want to thank Tyrone Wilson, the Human Rights Commissioner for Ulster County, for bringing this to our attention. I want to thank the Majority Leader for bringing this to the floor today, and for all of our colleagues for voting in support of this bill, because this is a common sense bill that will change lives and help people the day it is passed and signed into law. For that, I vote aye. Thank you.
Senator Hinchy to be recorded in the affirmative. Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 1920, Senate Print 9471 by Senator Kavanaugh, enactment of the Real Property Tax Law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this action will take effect on the same date and in the same manner as the chapter of the law of 2022.
Call the roll.
Adabo, Gianaris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed. Senator Janaris, that completes the reading of the supplemental calendar.
What are we doing here? Speeches. Yes, thank you. Mr. President, can you please recognize Senator Ort?
Senator Ort.
Yes, Senator O'Meara, I'll be brief. Well, we can all agree on one thing. We're all happy to be here at this moment. And I mean that in a lot of ways, right? We're all blessed to be able to represent our constituents. We're all blessed to be able to come here and do the people's business, to debate very important issues, not only issues that are being debated here in New York, but issues that are being debated across the country. And, but we're certainly also blessed to be at the end of session and to be able to go home and hopefully spend some time with our families, with loved ones, in our districts, with our constituents, the people we work for. I did want to mention a few folks on our Republican Senate family. I certainly, before I do, I want to recognize some of my colleagues across the way, who I'm sure my colleague, the Majority Leader, will mention. But you know, I know Senator Savino. We will miss your candor. I certainly will, wherever it was directed. But I know that's really was the truth and how you felt, and that's why you kept coming back, because your constituents also knew that. And so I thank you for your service to the people of New York State, and I know you will continue to serve the people of New York City going forward. So thank you for all that you've done. To Senator Jim Gorin, thank you for your service. Didn't get to know Senator Gorin as much in the time that we were here. COVID certainly made some of those interactions more difficult. But in the times I did get to know Senator Gorin or saw him out or was able to converse with him, always a gentleman, civil, and I know our colleagues on Long Island share that view of you as well. They know you far better than I do. So thank you for your service. Do we have anyone else? Senator Kaminsky. Senator Kaminsky, thank you for your service to the state. Certainly on environmental issues, as the chair, never shy about putting forward those issues, even when we disagreed, and was certainly an articulate defender of not only those issues, but Long Island. And I wish you well in your next endeavor as well, Senator, so thank you. Senator Biaggi is leaving, but she's not here, so she's already left. I do want to mention on our side, Senator Boyle, another Boyle, it's like the whole island's leaving, it looks like. Senator Boyle, who is someone who has served, is it 28 years total between the Assembly and the Senate? He is someone who I have come to regard as a personal friend. Certainly was a dean for our Long Island delegation, particularly in Suffolk, and someone who I think all of you would recognize very much a bipartisan legislator, someone who liked to work bipartisan where he could. And I always enjoyed teasing him, but someone who we will miss in our conference, and I know the people of his district will miss his service. And I know he'll continue, to do that in the next chapter of his life. But Senator, we will miss you in this chamber, and I wish you well, and I know we'll still stay in touch. We have, obviously, Senator Martucci. I was disappointed that Senator Martucci is leaving, but a young family at home. He's been a great member of our conference. I know he will continue to serve the people of Orange County and his district, successful business person. So the people in New York will miss your service. We'll miss you here in our conference, but I know we haven't seen the last of Mike Martucci out there, so I wish you success and well in the next chapter of your life. Senator Ritchie is not here, but she's also left. Senator Ritchie from the North Country. Some of you know, no shrinking violet when it came to defending her constituents of the North Country, the Adirondacks. I think her great legacy was Fort Drum Day. She was a big driver in Fort Drum Day, and I certainly hope that will continue. But that was very important to her, and I wish her well. And of course, Senator Akshar, also, I'm sure on his way back to his 2-year-old little boy. But Senator Akshar, defender of law enforcement, public safety, on to another potentially elected office, serving the people of Broome County. We'll see what happens there, but we wish him a lot of success, and we will miss him as well. On the staff, Dawn Harrington. Of course, we surprised her with a resolution. I think it was last week. But all of you on the Democratic side, certainly many of you know Dawn, know she's a true professional. She's a credit to our conference, a credit to the Senate, a credit to the people in New York. And she's had a long career. You wouldn't know it. She had a long career in the Senate. And I'm glad she's going to be able to retire and hopefully enjoy not being here till all hours of the evening, at various times. So, Dawn, thank you for your service, not only to us, but to the people in New York, for sure. Couple weddings I want to mention. Allie Beck was married, but now she's Allie Rimkunis. Melissa Nooney, Brooke Amador, Jeff DiGeronimo, and Michael Crocker all got married this year. Our Senate family grew. Mike Ellison, Brittany Volpe, Stephanie Demers, Ben Kaczynski, and Kevin Crum all welcomed babies into the world this session. It's amazing we were still able to keep the trains running with all those babies coming out. But it was wonderful it's always wonderful to see people welcome, children. And I think that changes you, obviously, in ways that it's hard to explain. But you really get an appreciation for someone who's got a little child at home and still is able to come here and do all that we ask of them. It's certainly much easier when you don't, but I want to thank them for that. I want to thank my colleagues across the aisle. I want to thank First Senator Gianaris, who runs the floor. It's certainly not an easy job. He's stuck here with Senator Lanza for all hours of the day, and there's a reason I don't come out here all too often and sit here. But Senator Gianaris, I want to thank you for your service, your work, your civility, your cordialness, and working with our conference and being amenable as we go through the end of the budget or the end of session. I want to thank my colleague, Senator Stewart-Cousins, for your leadership, for your collegiality, for keeping the dialogue going, and for respecting the institution that is the New York State Senate. I do want to thank my colleague, Senator Lanza, also a friend who spends a lot of time in this chair and certainly runs the floor from our side. So I'll just close. Look, there was a lot of things that happened this session. It has been a long session, a tumultuous session in a lot of ways. Things we did, there were things we didn't do. From our conference's perspective, we certainly wanted to see more done on public safety. We do not believe that there was enough done to address, we hear about gun violence. We certainly believe there's a direct correlation to laws that are passed here and public safety and gun violence across our state. Affordability. Every single one of our constituents, Democrat, Republican, Brooklyn, all the way to the Adirondacks, and everyone in between, are dealing right now with affordability concerns, whether they're at a gas station or in a grocery store. These are real issues. I don't believe, obviously there's different levels of government that have to address these, but I don't think we did enough. And I am concerned, more I guess to the point, that we do things that exacerbate these challenges and might even make them worse and contribute to the exodus out of New York State, which for a lot of our districts, not all, there's people in this room that their districts grew exponentially over the last 10 years. But there's people, certainly in our conference, that represent districts that have not grown, that really feel that exodus. And so those issues are maybe a little more acute for some of our members because we see those folks leaving, and that's a real concern going forward. And you see we lose a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives, and that affects all of us when we lose clout in Washington, D.C. But again, I won't belabor that. I know it's late. I want to thank all the staff for the work that you do on both sides of the aisle. I want to thank all the members for the work that you do. We're all very lucky to be part of this institution. I look forward to coming back. Maybe I'll see some of you over the summer into the fall. I'm sure some of you hope I don't see you. And I'm sure the same will be said for some of my members. But it is an honor to serve in this body. It's certainly my honor to be the Republican conference leader, the minority leader in the Senate. I don't take that lightly, both on behalf of my constituents and my members and the people of New York State. So through you, Mr. President, thank you for the indulgence. Safe summer. God bless all of you and your families. And thank you for serving alongside me.
Senator Gianaris.
Mr. President, can you now please recognize our distinguished leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins.
Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins.
Thank you, Mr. President. I won't be brief. But it's the end. And I promised you that shaded box was a real thing. And so that's why I'll take a little bit of time, but I guess I want to do exactly, first and foremost, what Senator Ortt did. I want to thank people. And I will start, obviously, with thanking the governor. You know, I enjoy our partnership over these few months. I appreciate even earlier the distinguished nominees that have come before us. I certainly appreciate the collegiality and friendship that I have with the Speaker. And also, and most importantly, what happens here with all of you. Certainly, Senator Ortt, it is always, we try and, you know, keep each other abreast and try not to have too much mystery in what we do. And so it's good to have an open line of communication. And certainly kudos to Senator Lanza as well for holding it down. And of course to Senator Gianaris, who again keeps everything moving smoothly, makes sure that we get through, you know, the kinds of agendas that we always know. Again, we try and keep it tight so that when we come to do work, we do our work, and then we're able to get back to our districts and our families. For the staff, so many of you are here. My goodness, it's like old times. Lovely to see you all. Many I've just had a chance to meet on Zoom for most of the time. And even that never kept you from working. But I want to especially acknowledge my Chief of Staff, Chantel Smith. Say goodbye to Chantel. Because years with, okay, we'll stop. I asked her, I said, should I say something? Oh, yeah. We love you, and we thank you. We watched you grow up in many ways. I think that's what happens here. You grew up and you left extraordinary example. So let me give a shout out to my counsel, Eric Katz, Finance Secretary Dave Friedman, my Communications Director, Mike Murphy, the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, Lorena Moore, who's home with his brand new baby. In fact, all the people who've had babies since I've been the leader, raise your hands. Let's see, gotta raise them high. I said, I've got to say. Come on, catch up. But I want to thank Jonathan Alvarenga, who keeps my life moving with all of my staff up there. Thank you so much for making my life so easy. And of course, I want to thank the Secretary of the Senator of the Senate, Ali Polino, for all the work that she does here in the chamber and beyond. And of course, Big Ben, everybody. You're going to give a shout out to Ben. And his crew, or Sergeant of Arms. It takes a village to get this work done, and each one of you plays such a crucial role in the process. So I want to thank, certainly, my conference. Every year presents new challenges. We've not had one easy, predictable year. And every year, you rise to the occasion, whatever it is. You don't worry about anything but getting the job done for the people that represent you. And we are, as we've mentioned, getting ready to lose some of our senators, Senator Kaminsky, Senator Gorin, Senator Savino, Senator Biaggi, who's going to, as we know, run for Congress. But I was watching as you made your remarks, and I was glad I wasn't out here because it was very emotional for me. All of you have given so much, not only to this body and to the constituents, but your ability to work, with all of our challenges and our diversity, and making sure that the responsibility that you had is a responsibility that you took incredibly seriously. And you made us all better in every way, working side by side with you. So I wish you all Godspeed, the very best, and thank you so much for, again, making my job and all of our jobs so much easier. So thank you. And to my friends across the aisle, thank you. I said a lot of you, I didn't know until the masks came off, and then I got a chance to actually, and Senator Borrello, I watched you on TV today, and you entertained me today, too. Thank you, appreciate it. But I also want to wish well to Senator Ashkar and Senator Boyle. Very nice working with you. And my friend Patty Ritchie, who, was, just, I said there weren't a lot of women here for a while. We're certainly filling up the ranks. But, I appreciate her and what she brought as far as, again, just being supportive in many ways. So, again, I wish you all well. And, I'll get on to what I'm going to tell you about what we did, just in case you forgot. It's really incredible to think how far we've come since 2019 when we took the majority. Since then, we've navigated seismic changes throughout the nation and here in our own state. We led our state through a once-in-a-lifetime global pandemic, grappled with the unhealed wounds inflicted by systemic racism, rejected authoritarian ideals, rearing their ugly head once again. There's never been an easy year, but that's because we're committed to doing the hard work that's required to make progress. Every session, we show up to move the needle on core issues affecting our state and our constituents. Our conference believes that protecting people and advancing our common interest starts from the ground up. We've always worked to raise the floor for our most vulnerable while building systems that serve us in perpetuity. That's why from the beginning, we went to work to strengthen our public schools, build our economy, stand up for equal rights. We passed Reproductive Health Act. We bolstered our gun regulations, and we brought New York from worst to first in voter protection. When COVID hit and persistent inequalities were laid bare, we used it as an opportunity not only to seal the cracks, but to build stronger foundations from which to grow. We finally reversed the previous trends of concentrating wealth at the top and leaving everyday New Yorkers to kind of fend for themselves. Through the Democratic Conference's leadership, New York shored up its most important social programs, improved tenant protections, enacted criminal justice reform, stood up for our brothers and sisters in labor, fought for healthcare workers and our essential workers, and we supported our businesses, and especially our small businesses. And this year, as we finally reach the end of the long pandemic tunnel, we doubled down on transformative programs that will improve New York for generations to come. We made childcare much more accessible so that working parents no longer have to choose between earning a living and raising their kids. We helped ensure that children have a strong head start with universal pre-K, and we forged a true cradle-to-college pathway to support them in their development. We fully funded our public schools, expanded foundation aid, delivered greater resources to SUNY and CUNY that they may better serve students and secure a brighter future for New York. In our commitment for that brighter future, New York enacted sweeping reforms that help us keep track of our climate goals. In that effort this week, we passed the Build Public Renewable Act to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Finally, we kept wealth local and communities prosperous by reinvesting in our middle-class families, small business owners, and average households who for too long have picked up the tab on the economic downturns. By passing comprehensive tax reform, supporting rebates, cutting the fuel tax, which is now in effect, we help solidify the bedrock of our economy. We've been doing the work to strengthen New York's core and fortify our resources at home. So although the news from these past few months is deeply alarming, New York has been ready. We laid the groundwork to emerge as a leader in this battle against regressive national politics. While too many want to rewind the clock on our rights, we in New York stand as a true bastion of freedom with open arms for those seeking refuge. We continue to serve as a destination state where one can exercise their constitutional right to an abortion and know their safety will be guaranteed. That's why we passed another slate of reproductive health reforms that build on RHA and shield providers and those seeking care. We recognize in the wake of Buffalo and Uvalde and the other 233 mass shootings this year alone, the government wasn't coming for the guns, but the guns are coming for us. And we didn't wait for Congress to act. New York took immediate action to target those shortfalls, which enabled these atrocities. We strengthened background checks, restricted who can buy semi-automatic weapons, expanded red flag laws, banned the purchasing of bulletproof vests by civilians. And as our Republican colleagues across all levels of government have silently chipped away at voting rights, we have consistently passed sweeping electoral reforms that sweeping electoral reforms that keep the ballot accessible, the process transparent, and our rights secure. This week, we led the way once again by passing the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Act, the strongest protection of its kind in the nation. It's clear that states are the last line of defense against the dystopian reality being pushed across America. We can no longer count on a gridlock Congress or an activist Supreme Court to serve our best interests. That's why I'm extremely proud of the legislative blueprint the Senate majority has laid for the rest of the nation to follow. As we close this year's session, we should be emboldened by the heavy lifting we've accomplished here, not only on behalf of New Yorkers, but for people across America. Let this moment remind us that the hard work starts at home in our communities. We have an obligation to make ourselves strong from the bottom up so we can be prepared to serve others at a moment's notice. Our nation will need us in the days ahead, and I know you will all return to your districts, tend to your constituents, and remember that their interests are in common with the rest of this country. Our freedoms are no more guaranteed here than in Texas or in Florida or elsewhere if we do not continue to fight. I want to thank all of you for this memorable and historic year, for all that you've done to shore up democracy and what we believe in. And I look forward to all of us returning and to continuing to serve the people of New York. I wish you a very happy summer, a summer of action, of course. I'm sure we will see each other somewhere. But again, Godspeed, and thank you so much for being part of this historic and amazing Senate. And before I go, sorry, Mike Martucci, you get the last word. Great success, and thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
Senator Gianaris.
Mr. President, is there any further business at the desk?
There is no further business at the desk.
I move to recommit the entire calendar to the Committee on Rules.
It is so ordered.
And I move to adjourn to a date and time at the call of the temporary President of the Senate, intervening days being legislative days.
On motion, the Senate stands adjourned until the call of the temporary President, intervening days being legislative.